G'day guys, my name's Nick and welcome to my channel Low Range Nick, where I do videos about four-wheel driving, accessory fitting and maintenance for your four-wheel drive vehicle. So in today's video I'm going to show you a little bit of an issue that I've been having with the Mu-x over the last couple of years. So it's a bit of an issue with the battery. So jump in a bit closer down here and I'll show you guys what's going on. So what you can see here is the battery that I was running in the Mu-x. So this is the Century Overlander 4x4 battery. And I purchased this probably about 3 years ago. It's sort of just over 3 years old, so it's just out of the warranty. And what's happening is basically the battery is spewing out battery acid. And what it's done is made a huge mess in the engine bay. So because the battery's spewed its battery acid out, it's sort of eaten away at the paint on the battery tray and made a bit of a mess in the engine bay. So I had to clean it all up, as you can see here. I've had to use some of that rust preventative spray. So I cleaned it up and just use some of that sort of rust preventative wax spray, and that's going to sort of prevent, you know, the battery acid from causing any more damage. So that's sort of how it's going to be. But I did have to remove the tray in here, the plastic tray that's under the factory battery, to fit the larger battery. So that's why there's no little plastic battery tray. So I'll show you guys what the battery was doing. So I'll just put my jump starter on it and you'll be able to hear exactly what's going on. You can hear it sort of bubbling. You can hear it there bubbling from those little breathe holes on either side of the battery. So I'll just take it off again. So basically what's happening is when the alternator is charging the battery, it's just constantly just bubbling and sort of spewing out battery acid. So it's really not ideal. So I'm going to have to get this battery replaced. So I'm replacing this battery today, but the issue I have is when the vehicle was 2 years old, I replaced the factory battery with this battery, and then this battery has lasted about 3 years. So it's not a very big sort of or long life cycle out of these batteries. So what I'm trying to see is if you guys have any advice or any ideas on what might help in making these batteries last a bit longer. What I've sort of come to the conclusion of is the fact that I may need to use a battery charger. So I grabbed this from Repco a couple of weeks ago when I was having a few battery issues, and I thought, you know, the 9-stage charger can sometimes bring these batteries back to life when they're having issues with the cells and the plates and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So the battery it's actually a little bit swollen out the sides as well. So it's actually starting to swell out the sides a bit, and when it's charging, it's, you know, spewing out a little bit of battery acid, which is destroying the paint. So unfortunately my little battery charger didn't work, and I did have to actually use my Oricom Jump Starter on the battery to get the car going. So this has been a really handy little gadget to have, because otherwise I would have been a bit stuck. So what I've done is I went to my local auto store. So I went down to Autobarn, and there was a big sale on these Supercharge batteries. So I've never run Supercharge batteries before, and these are not made in Australia. They're made in the Philippines, but I've never tried these batteries before, but I just haven't had a very good run with these Century batteries, because I ran a Century battery in my 80 series Land Cruiser a couple of years ago, and that battery only lasted 1.5 years, and then that had to get replaced under warranty. So I didn't have a very good run with them, so I thought I'll try something different. So these are both wet-filled batteries, but this is a serviceable one. So you do need to service them, whereas this is a maintenance-free one. So the Supercharge battery, it's also got a 50-month warranty. So I thought that's a pretty good warranty. If I have any issues, hopefully they'll warrant it and cover it. So I'm going to give this a go and sort of see how it performs over the long term. So I've got a bit of a question and a bit of a favour to ask you guys that are watching. What I'll be really interested to know is what sort of battery you guys running in your four-wheel drives or in your vehicles. Are you happy with it? How long has it been running well? And what sort of lifespan have you had out of these batteries? And do you perform any sort of trickle charging, like once a month, once a week, anything like that on your batteries to prolong the life? So I'll be pretty keen to hear what you guys sort of have to say about this in the comments and your sort of advice on this issue. So it's just another one of those things, you know, four-wheel drives do go over a lot of corrugations and bumps and, you know, four-wheel drive tracks and that sort of thing, which isn't really great for batteries. but it would be good to find a battery that is reliable over the long term. So I'm going to get this Supercharge battery fitted to the Mu-x and give it a bit of a charge rate check when it's back together and see how it performs. So now I've got my Supercharge battery fitted to the vehicle. It took a little bit of time just to work out where to run all my auxiliary wiring, because on the Sentry battery down here, it's got these little lugs that you can bolt your aftermarket accessory wiring to, whereas obviously this battery doesn't have that. So I sort of had to just rig up to the main connection here and some of the bolts on the negative there. And I just used the main connection there with some washers, a bit of a spacer and a nut. So I'll start it up now and I'll do a bit of a charge rate check, which is a good thing to do after you fit a new battery to the vehicle. So what that does is just checks that the battery is being charged correctly from the alternator, and we'll see how we go. So now I've got the multimeter on there between the positive and negative terminals. Now I'll just start the vehicle up and we'll check the charge rate. So we'll see how much voltage the battery is going up to with the vehicle running and the alternator charging. And if it's around 14 volts, 13.6 to 14.5 volts, then that's a pretty good range. So there you go guys, now I've got the new battery fitted to the Mu-x. Hopefully this battery will last a little bit longer than the other two that I've had in the vehicle, but I guess only time will really tell. So lucky this battery does have a pretty good warranty, so if things go pear-shaped, I do have something to fall back on, but hopefully I won't need to use it. So if you do have any advice on batteries or charging or anything like that to get more longevity or battery life out of those batteries, I'd love to know your comments down below. So please just leave me a comment and we can make this video sort of a bit of a talking space about the different brands of batteries and people's opinions on how they've lasted and sort of how they've felt those batteries have performed in their vehicle with their certain setups. So if you do have any advice, please drop it down below. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more four-wheel driving, accessory fitting, and maintenance videos. Cheers guys.